Republicans in the state Senate have made public their bill, which would bring education savings accounts, also known as school vouchers, to families in Texas.
Lawmakers filed their formal proposal in the Senate this morning after a similar bill failed to pass last legislative session. This proposal would create the largest education savings account program in the U.S. KVUE's Daniel Perot is live at the state capitol tonight with more on the proposal and what it would mean for education in the Lone Star State. Daniel?
Brian and Quita, this is the first step in the legislative process for what state Republican leaders say is a top priority for them this legislative session. The bill's author says it would give parents more options when it comes to their kids' education, but opponents say state funding should not go to private schools.
It'll be 10 times the size of any starting program.
The Texas Senate firing the opening salvo in this year's battle over school choice.
It makes the playing field even more uneven.
The bill's author, Senator Brandon Creighton, calls it the Texas Education Freedom Act. The Texas Public Policy Foundation is pushing for education savings accounts.
This will open the door for innovation, and schools can learn and grow, and all schools will do better.
It would give families $10,000 per year per student to send their kids to private school. That number increases to $11,500 for children with disabilities. UT Austin education professor David DeMatthew says it's not enough to subsidize a private school education.
Special ed and for students with disabilities, it's creating this dual system that is really inequitable and unfair.
Homeschool families would get at least $2,000 per student.
I mean, it's a difference maker for a lot of families.
Jeremy Newman with the Texas Homeschool Coalition says the majority of students eligible are homeschooled. There are between 550 and 620,000 students there, compared to 300,000 in private school.
They could use it for dual credit classes. They could use it for tutoring for their student or for therapy if they have a special needs student.
If applications exceed the program's capacity, students who previously attended public school and are either from low-income households or have a disability would be prioritized.
We have to be honest. Our special needs students are not being served in far too many of our schools.
So it's not really providing much choice, it's just providing a tax break for a lot of families who send their kids to private schools already.
In their budget proposals, both chambers earmarked $1 billion for the program. That would mean up to 100,000 students could participate.
It's good for kids, it's good for parents, and it's great for taxpayers.
DeMatthew says the program will take resources away from an already struggling public school system.
Our public schools, they need to improve for certain, but this is taking money away from public education.
Senate Bill 2 has been referred to an education committee. State lawmakers plan to hold a public hearing here at the state capitol on this bill on Tuesday morning. That's the first step towards it being debated and then voted on by the full Senate.